Hello and welcome to this live review of Hopping Nomad IPA. An aroma of mixed berries, lemon citrus, bubblegum, citrus zest, and tropical pineapple. Mixed berries, lemon citrus, bubblegum, citrus zest, and tropical pineapple. It's a little far-fetched. But, okay. Introduced in 2020. This is brewed by State of Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin for Aldi stores, okay? So there it is. Let's pour it. There's a lot of video reviews for it, and I intend to watch them. Not all today because it's too many, but over the next few days. A thick, off-white head, an opaque orange appearance. I noticed that it's translucent. Like if the lighting was good outside, which is not. Well, I got this big light right here. What am I saying? Yeah, the light shines through it. It's orange. It's bubbly, but let me adjust this light. And but you can't see through it. I mean, it's translucent means light can shine through it. Transparent means you can see through it, but no, you cannot. All right. 4.5% alcohol. That is just regular old beer alcohol level. That's not really a true IPA alcohol level, but it's not a regular IPA. It's a specialty type called session IPA, which I usually don't care for. A lot of times it tastes like thin hop water. Founders All Day IPA, yeah, that's the kind of thing you could drink all day. Meaning, on my day of work, off of work, let's say I'm off of work sometimes, I'll drink 4 beers on the day off. So this would be Founders All Day, something I could drink at 8 a.m., then later at 1 p.m., then at 3 p.m., then at 5 p.m. That'll be that's all the beers I drink on my day off. Party animal, huh? All right. All right. So it smells like hop resin, which is like piney. White bread. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. $7.99 for the 6-pack. It's bitter, but it's not too bitter. I would think the IBUs are probably about 35, which is very low. So 3 out of 5 hop cones, perhaps. Yeah. 2.5, 3. Let's say 3. Medium body, dry finish. Sweetness level, 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. So it's fairly balanced. Pretty sweet. It's pretty bitter, but they're both restrained. The flavors are good. This is not really that fresh of a can. I bought it last week. Like on Saturday. So 4 days ago, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days ago, 3 days ago. But look what it says. Best by July 26, 2023. That means it was canned July 26, 2022. August, September, October, November, December, January. We're going on 5 months. IPAs are best to drink super fresh, but this is what I got. It's within the best by date. The manufacturer, State of Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin, they must know when their beer is best, and they're saying best by that date. And I'm way before July, as you know, so it has a really good flavor. That's about all I can say about it. It has a good flavor. Is it extraordinary? No. But it's solid. It's well done. Everything they make is not good. All right. But that's really with most breweries. Everything they make is not going to be good. Every distillery is not going to make great liquor. Every wine company is not going to make great wine. I mean, somebody might think everything they make is great, but I find, but any brewery, there's always something that's not so good. So I'm saying, but this is one of the ones that is good. This one is an A, 90, A minus. Let's say A minus, 90 out of 100, because the way I score things on the anti-war channel, this alternative channel, and the main channel is, if it's below a 60, it's an F. It cannot be drunk. You can't drink it. It's undrinkable. There's no way you could drink it. I've run across very few beers like that. Okay. It's not often you're going to find a beer that you cannot drink. One out of every 1,000 times, maybe. One out of every 500. I doubt it. I'm talking about beer brand. No, I'm not talking about beer. I'm talking about brands of beer. I'm not talking about individual beers. Like Milwaukee's Best Light. I don't think you're going to run across, if you drink 1,000 of them, you're not going to run across one that's going to even be a D. So I need to go buy some more. Ran out, drank all 30. Not in one day, of course. $19.99 for the 30 pack, still at Walmart. That might change. Hopefully it goes down, but I doubt it. Solid light beer. My friend David said, "You always said you didn't like light beers. Oh, I don't like light beers. They don't have enough body." I said, "All right, okay, yeah, right, yeah." I said, but I reevaluated Milwaukee's Best Light, which I always said in the past that it was my favorite light beer. And I started saying, yeah, I could deal with this. I do like it. Is Simpler Times cheaper? Yeah, it's cheaper per ounce. But there's one little problem. And it has a good flavor, and I'll take no issue with Simpler Times. There's a little consistency issue with them. It's a smaller brewery, so Joseph Huber Brewing, or Minhas, who bought Joseph Huber, they might have a little consistency issue, but they're turning out a lot of stuff there. But that's not the main problem. The main problem is 6.2% alcohol. I mean, to drink 6.2% all the time gets a little much, and it's not so enjoyable then. And so, but Milwaukee's Best Light, 4.2, that's like a great ABV level, and it always tastes good. Doesn't have a lot of flavor. Okay, it's thin. What do you expect? It's a light beer. That's why they came up with the name light beer. It sounded a lot better than saying Miller Thin Beer. I don't think that would have tasted great and been less filling. It would have been the same thing, but people wouldn't have perceived it that way. Or what if they would have called it Miller Watered Down Beer? It just didn't roll off the tongue so well. So they came up with the idea of Miller Light. Well, actually, they copied it from the company they bought, Meisterbrow. It used to be Meisterbrow, Lite. Light from Meisterbrow. Then they rebranded it as Light from Miller, and they improved the flavor and everything. But so that's why I'm ranting on Milwaukee's Best Light. That's becoming my standby beer. Now, if Schlitz was $19.99 for a 30 pack, yeah, I'd buy it all the time. I can get 12 packs for $9.99. See what I mean? 10 and 10 is 20. But that only gives you 24 cans. $19.98 for 24. I'd rather get 30 cans for the same price, wouldn't you? I would, and for a beer that's nearly as good. Hopping Nomad. Very bready. It's like liquid bread with a lot of hops in it. And that's what it is. It's an ale, not a lager. 90 out of 100. So back to my scale. Below 60, you can't drink it. It's an F. It's undrinkable. So when I read rate beer, but they got a different protocol, but rate beer giving beer a 1 out of 100. A 1 out of 100. I said, oh, yeah, sure. But I'm using a college grading scale. Like when you go to college, they usually keep it simple. Like, so then 60 to 69 would be a D. It's poor. It's bad. It's not a good beer. It tastes bad. You can drink it, but it's thoroughly unenjoyable. Okay. And there's different levels of that. There's really bad, pretty bad, and just bad. D minus, D, and D plus. If one should ever say the word D plus. Okay. But if you go to college and you're making D's, you need to quit. You're a bad student and you should seek uh, some other job probably or get another career. Although you could, theoretically, you could get a college degree with a D average, but you might not want to tell your employer your GPA. Just say, yeah, I graduated from Texas college. Just don't mention the GPA. Now, a C beer is okay, 70 to 79. Different levels of that. Approaching good, but it's just okay. It's not a good beer. If somebody says, is that a good beer? You say, no, it's okay. I could drink it. It's not bad per se. It's not really bad, but it's not good. You don't find too many C beers, but they are out there. They're not bad or good. So do you ever buy them? Why would you buy them? They're not good. I like good beer. I'm not average beer. So then the next level is B minus, B, and B plus, 80 to 89. B minus is marginally good. It's like, well, it's good, kind of. You could argue that it's good. You still really wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't. B, it's good. It's a good beer. I like this beer. It's good. It tastes good. It's an 85. It tastes good. Is it anything remarkable? No. Is it excellent? No, I wouldn't say so. It's good, though. Now, there's the question. Would you buy a beer that's just good? I don't know. If it's really, really cheap, like $15 a 30 pack, I guess I would. But that's not going to happen in Louisiana. How about excellent? A to 99. These are beers you want to buy. You will repurchase them. You would recommend them. You like them. You even love them. You adore them. 90 to 92, A minus. Like this beer. It's excellent in the style. I mean, it's excellent. The style is kind of, I wouldn't really want to drink it because I don't like the style. But within the style, it's an A minus. Into the excellent range. 93 to 97 is a solid A. Most excellent. It's wonderful. It's a great beer. Most beers I try are in that range. Well, half of them. You say there's not that many good beers on the market. Yes, there are. There are that many good beers. There are not that many good politicians on the market. Most people in the government office, most politicians are getting to be in the D or F range. Some will get to be C, but not too many. But we're talking about beer. A plus, 98 to 99 to 100. 98, 99, 100. 98, 99, 100. You very rarely run across those products. And when you do, they're going to cost a lot of money. Goose Island Bourbon County Brand Stout 2022. That was 100 out of 100. It was a perfect beer. I wouldn't want to drink it too much. It's too strong. In fact, when I was drinking it and finishing it off, I was like, ugh, this beer's gross. You say, well, how can it be gross? It's 100. Well, because it's 14.3% alcohol. It's really something you share with like 3 people, It'd be like chocolate cake. You say, this is the greatest chocolate cake I ever had. It's a 100 out of 100. But if you kept eating it, you'd be like, ugh, I hate this stuff. It's that contextual thing. And above 100, which is almost never seen, is better than perfect, world class. I might have had 5 beers in my life that were above 100, maybe. They were always strong too. Like West Flatirron 12, that was above 100. That was world class. Pliny the Elder was probably world class. It definitely ain't below 100. Nagano or Tokyo Black Horizon was world class stout. Black Albert, world class. At the 10.99 for an 11.2 ounce bottle. See what I mean? You go bankrupt just buying them. John Courage Russian Imperial Stout, that was 100 out of over 100. But it's a ripoff because it's like $7.99 and you get a 9.6 ounce bottle. 9.6 ounces for $7.99. Wow, what a deal. No, it's a bad deal. And I don't care if it's world class. I'll just imagine how great it is. That kind of greatness I don't need. But it was, fabulous. There's a big difference between a 90 and a 101, okay? It's almost like an uncrossable chasm. You can't even cross it. It's like in the Bible when Jesus talked about the distance between Hades and paradise. Remember, the rich man was in Hades and Lazarus was in paradise. They could see each other, but there was no way they could cross. It was like a million, trillion, billion miles, but even though they could see each other. So that's the spirit world. But that's almost how big a difference is between a 90 and a 101. Say it's only 11 points. Yeah, it's 11 important points. So if you drink 101 beer, world class, and then you drink this would seem like trash. You see what I'm saying? You would be like, oh, that stuff is so inferior. Yeah, it is. Okay, but anyway, it's all in the context. It's all the frame of reference. And some people that even do beer reviews seem to lack that understanding. I'll watch them and they'll be like, well, I don't like hoppy beers, so I'm going to give it a C. I'm like, that's how you grade? It'd be like saying, oh, this is a terrible vegetable. Why is that? I don't like them. I hate squash. So therefore it's bad. No, you're saying the world revolves around me, so whatever I say is the truth. No, wrong. All right, anyway. So hopping Nomad. Yeah, it's A minus. And I'll probably never buy it again because it's not my style. And B, I can get a lot of other beers that are also a 90 and are way cheaper. Like, for instance, Natural Ice. There's a perfect example. Let's calculate that. Fixing on my little bar here. $7.99 for a 6-pack. 6 times 5 is 30. $39.95 for a 30-pack. Oh yeah, sure. No thanks. No way I'm paying $20 more for a 30-pack for a beer that's no better than the other 90 that I just mentioned. Natural Ice. Now you might laugh and say Natural Ice isn't anywhere close to an IPA. Yeah, well, it's better than this one, or it's at least as good. It's the way I feel about it. Okay, it's a different beer. It's a different type of beer. I'm aware of that. All right, thanks for watching, and now I'm off to the Western world. I'm going to knock twice, rap with my cane.